Hello, hello, hello. Hello to everybody out there. So lovely to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
Yes, it's wonderful to be here. It's 8 o'clock here in the UK, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. So, it's here on the SPTV. It's the usual Monday night, and I am Matt.
And I'm Kirsty.
Yes, we're having one of those days today where we're absolutely knocking about again. You want to hear Mr. Producer?
Oh, well, there you go, see. So, being more professional, of course. I'm not being like that. I'm speaking more like this for some strange reason. I feel like I want to talk through the keyhole. Anyway, moving on. So
Yes.
the way that the show works is that it is of a spiritual nature. So we ask you to ask a question, anything to do with spirituality, spiritualism. So it could be to do with your spiritual development. It could be to do with mediumship. It could be to do with healing, Reiki, any of those type of things. And then we'll answer it to the best of our ability. And then the person will then get a reading. That's the only way to get a reading. So get your questions in. But please be aware
that it is a public platform, which means any little secrets that you decide to put up here, the whole world and his wife can see. So unless you want your washing head in the wrong place, I'd make sure that you write it all down inside your head and be aware of what you write outside your head, if that makes any sense. Okay, and also
I'm totally. Anyway, so in addition to that, just remember that it's just myself and Kirsty that will be doing readings tonight. Nobody else from SBTV will be doing readings. So if anybody says to you, would you like a reading? It's not part of the SPTV, and please report those to the producer or to the admin team on SPTV.
And just remember, you are all the stars, so we don't need you to send any, all right? Just send your twinkly loves, give it a bit of a love, press it, share for us, go on, gather a few shares. That's all we ask for. We don't want your stars because you're the twinkly ones.
Yeah, so keep that share, follows and likes on Facebook, but also subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can make comments.
Yeah, and if anybody approaches you on there saying that they've chosen you for a reading, tell them to run along or words of that effect. Because only SPTV, the people that are actually on your screen are going to be the ones that give in their readings. Anyone else is jumping on the bandwagon. So tell them to clear off.
And with no further ado, any hellos, please, Mr. Producer.
Oh, we're sorry. Apparently we have a few internet issues. I do apologise, guys. We'll have to pedal harder. Hello, Terry. Nice to see you, darling.
Hello, Zanil Z. Delaney from South Africa.
Hello to you, and hello, Shelley Stewart.
Hi, Shelley. Hello, B.
Hi, B.
Hello, Jaffael Earth.
Yeah, hi, Jaffa. Great name and very angelic. Unikitty. Hello, hello.
Oh, Unikitty. Hello, Kendra Hawkins.
Hello to you, Kendra. Hi, Busy Bee.
Hi, Busy. Hello, Vivacious Virgo.
Va-va-voo, Vivacious Virgo, go for it. Christine Davies, hello, my sweet. Nice
Hi,
to
Christine.
see you.
Hello, Vicky Malcolm.
Hi, Vicky. Can I just say welcome, welcome, welcome to all you lovely newbies. Please share, and that will help get the word out for lots more free readings.
Hello, Helen Mansell.
Hello. Hello, Helen. Okay. So we have a new rule. Mr. Producer's just said in our ear. He's got his very stern voice on today, and he's saying that you guys have got to have, we've got to have 25 shares before that any readings will start. So please, guys, hurry up and get sharing, then we can start with the reading because we're raring to go.
Hello, Melissa, and thank you for sharing.
I'm so pleased you smashed that like button, Melissa. Thank you so much.
Hello, Jackie Lewis.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's very kind of you. Hi, Kerry Setchell.
Hello, Kerry. Hello, Lynn Williams.
Hello, Lynn. If you would like a reading, my darling, throw us a question. And if you get those, we will give you a reading.
Hello, Sue Walls.
Hi, Sue. And the same goes for you. Hi, Gina Eberl.
Hello, Gina. So yes, if you would like a reading, the way to do it, hello, Lita Paris,
hello, Lisa.
is to basically give us a question to do with spirituality, to do with spiritualism, to do with mediumship, healing, Reiki, or anything like that. Not, is this person behind me, or can you see this in the picture? We don't do any readings like that. It has to be a specific question. We'll answer that to the best of our ability, and then the person who has given the question will get a reading. That's the only way to get a reading tonight. So if you want one, then that's on there. We're not doing any readings until we've also got 25 shares, so keep going.
Ah, hello, Julie.
Hello,
lovely,
Julie.
Beautiful, Cumberland. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely to see you too, darling. Yeah, looking forward to coming back to lovely Wales in a bit. Yeah, in August.
Hello, AJ Cook.
Hi, AJ. Hi, Amber Thiel.
Hello, Amber.
Hey there to you. Blessings to you too, darling.
Hello, Linda Owen.
Hi, Linda. Thank you for
sharing.
liking and sharing, my darling. You guys are amazing. We'll soon have them 25s.
Hello, Tess Lakes.
Thanks for subtitles. Will Pringles and I be all right nowadays? Darling, if you would like a reading, hit the message button, write yourself a question, a spiritual question, fire it off, and if Mr. P likes it, guess what? Then we'll give you a reading. Simples.
Hello,
Caroline. Nice to see you,
Johnson.
darling.
Hello, Maribel Ibarra Rodriguez.
Hello from
Texas.
Howdy. Oh, and Kansas. Oh my goodness. Yes, wonderful.
Hello to Amber.
Hello to you. And can we just send out a bit of love for our wonderful American viewers after that horrendous time a lot of you have had. Horrendous. We have been sending healing. We hope that everybody's, okay and getting through it, if that's the right way to put it. But we're sending you lots of love from over here. There you go, Blighty.
So, Vicky Malcolm, and your first question is, can spirit touch you? There will be a sense that they can touch you. There'll be a sense of feeling. They will feel that connection. And sometimes it feels like cobwebs. Sometimes it actually feels heavier than that. So, in answer to the question, yes, they can.
Yes, I would agree with that, Vicky. I would say, basically, I've sat down and I've sat in the energy and I've asked Spirit to draw close. I've asked them to hold my hand, and I literally felt the coldness come around me, the energy come around my hand. It was fabulous. They can also, it takes quite a lot of energy to build up that, to give you a little poke. You're supposed to have squealed when you did that. Should we try that again?
Ow.
It's something like that. I kind of don't know what to say to that, but anyway, if they somebody sort of touches you, or sometimes they can sort of kind of stroke your hair and it feels a little bit sort of twinkly and or like sort of like butterflies or something dancing around your head. That's what they can also do as well, but it uses quite a lot of energy, and they tend to kind of leave you signs in different ways. Although they can do that, because obviously they don't want to scare you after death, do they? They don't want you joining them yet. They want you to know that they are safe and there and to talk to. So let's have some cards now for Vicky, please. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. Vicky, I want to say to you, my darling, that I want to say there's a lot of stress around you at the minute, my sweet. A lot of stress. It feels like you've got so much going on. You're juggling. It's the old, where they do the spinny plates things, and then they get the wires and they do this. That feels very much what you are doing at the moment, my sweet. And it feels like I've got too much going on. I've got too many plates and I'm running up and down. It feels like I'm going to lose one. And it just feels like you need to take a bit of time out, a bit of breath, you know, and breathe from all of that sort of stuff. Now, you're very capable of juggling lots of things, but equally, you need to remember you've got to get that balance of time out for you, time out and acknowledgement, you know, sort of bring in a bit of stability yourself. Give some things to other people if you can. Pass on, you know, delegate, I think the word is, isn't it? That's what I'm looking for. Delegate to other people. Allow other people to take some of the strain from you, okay? Because it just feels like there's a lot going on for you, almost too much. I also want to say to you, your time is now, and it feels like there's an element of you, because you've got so much stress around you, that you're not seeing some of the blessings that are actually around you at this minute, because there are lots of positives. Although there's lots in you, there are some positives. So I feel like what this reading is about, this is about now looking at you, look at the shine within. I'm going to just whack that over at you there. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? There, look at that. Now this talks about self-acceptance and seeing your own beauty, and I mean, goodness me, what a beautiful card. And you know, she is delightful, and you need to see how beautiful, Vicky, you are inside and out, and you need to give yourself that little pat on the back, and you know, a little bit of love, and just allow yourself to just acknowledge everything that's around you and see those blessings within situations, because it won't last forever. But just make sure that you're giving yourself that deep breath and stability and grounding yourself. Darling, I hope that was all right, because it literally is going to start sorting itself out, all right? In the meantime, you have got to just allow yourself to have time to breathe. So, you know, because it's quite difficult when you're under a lot of stress, isn't it? So yeah, I hope that was all right for you, my darling.
Yes, thank you for that, Vicky. Thank you, dear. So, any more of those, please, Mr. Producer? Hello, Pauline Lynn Taylor.
Hello, Pauline. Nice to see you. Hi, Susan McCarthy.
Hi,
Good
Sue.
evening to you. I like how you're so
Hello,
polite.
Jessica
you know?
Wynn.
Love it. Hi, Jessica. Hello, Rachel. Wow. How are you, my darling? Lovely Rachel G. Palmistry. She is another of our wonderful presenters. She does, as the name suggests, the old palm readings, which is really cool. And she also does a bit of tarot as well. So wonderful.
Hello, Kaylee Burr.
Hi. Lovely to see you, Kaylee. Angela Washford Fella. Good evening to you.
Hi, Angela. Hello, Natasha DeGuana.
Hello, hello.
So, Jaffel Earth says, I'm so sad tonight. My dad's organs are busy shutting down hospital. My mum passed away 5 years ago. Do you think she is with him during his transition? What does Spirit do to prepare for this? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is that apologies and our condolences and also this difficult time, Jafel. You know, during this period, as you call transition over, is that yes, family members do come over to meet us, but it's about, more importantly, that our loved ones are basically here, preparing themselves also for the process that's happening, and just allowing those moments to be special and to have those moments that are special with those individuals. In regards to Spirit, then obviously our loved ones, it could be your mum, but your other members of the family are preparing to greet, if that is the case, if it is that moment in time, which obviously I don't want to make assumptions if it is or isn't the case. So that's it from my side.
For me, darling, I want to ask you a couple of questions. The first question is do your family and does spirit love us? Does all spirit love us? Absolutely is the answer to that. So they are not going to allow, your dad to go unsupported. They're not going to allow anybody to go unsupported. They're also going to be there for you as well. So please ask them, while, dad's so poorly, your mum and dad, they loved each other. So of course, I don't know for an absolute fact. I just know from my past experiences with spirit. I'd be really surprised if she's not the one that grabs his hand and pulls him over and holds and shows him the way. Not pulls him over. That's the wrong way of putting it. Just holds him and puts him over. And to me, the spirit, the preparation is just allowing them to be there. All right. I believe that we kind of have a say in how we pass back over and we go home, go to spirit world, whatever you want to call it. And I believe that we kind of choose that way to go. So there is a part of us that our soul will remember that. But I also know that spirit will be around and your angels will be able to help that transition. They just come forward and help in any way that they can. So they kind of almost don't need to prepare because they know when your day is. There is no, I don't believe you're only allowed to do it that one day. That's it. One day that you pass over, there is no other day to pass over. You can't do it before, you can't do it after until you're meant to. And that one day they will be there to help over. And I know that your dad is not alone from the spirit world at the moment. I know he's surrounded by his loved ones, and I know you also are surrounded by your loved ones. So just ask them for help to get through this, darling. And guys, can we send some healing to Jophiel, please?
Yes, most definitely. So Jophiel, I have a gentleman who feels like he's coming on a fatherly level. I feel like it's a grandfather, but on father's side. I get pains in my stomach, which signifies to me like cancer. I also get pains in my mouth, like ulcers, sores, uncomfortableness within the mouth. I feel exhausted. I feel really worn down, is how it's making me feel. And there is that sort of feeling very much alone, even though you've got lots of people around you at this moment in time. And I just need to say to you, you're not on your own, but it's about you reaching out to the people that hear as well as those in spirit. Go into the people that you need for the support. I also have a lady who comes on a level. I want to say very slim to the frame, probably about 5'3" in height. Very sort of domesticated, very sort of, she gives me the impression almost like a 1950s sort of housewife, very domesticated, very well dressed, very feminine in her ways. And I feel with her that I've got heart problems. And I just want to say there is so much support going for yourself and so much love at the moment. That's circulating around yourself, and it's just I need to have time just for me to have some time out to gather my thoughts, to gather what's important and what's not. And the message for you is one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't do any more than one step at a time. And to conclude, I just want to say, both from myself and Kirsty and all SPTV, our thoughts are with you at this difficult time. Thank you.
Sending you lots of love, my darling. And asking the angels to come around you as, just to help you and support you at this. I can't even begin to imagine what you're feeling through. Domesticated as your mum. There you go, darling. If your mum comes through, then I think that's answered your question, hasn't it, my sweet? She sounds like she's already there, looking after both.
In answer to your question, yes, she will come. And you've also got a dog in spirit who will also come also.
Oh, bless you, darling. Okay. Oh, bless you, darling. You really have suffered. Well, again, I just want to say you're in our thoughts, my sweetheart. You're in our thoughts, because I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through. Horrendous. Sending you a big virtual hug.
Yes, most definitely.
And we have Lightworker, and a good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon, Lightworker. Hello, Bex Louise.
Hello, Bex. Hi, Faye Duncan. Hello
Hi,
to
Faye.
you.
Hello, Nola Evans Budd.
Hello, Nola. Hello, Angela. Another lovely, all these
Hello,
lovely
Angela.
people coming on. Yes, how are you, darling?
Hello, Natalie Bennett.
Hello, Natalie.
Nice to see you as well.
So many lovely people.
Hello,
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Hello
Missouri.
to you. Okay, yeah, of course. Angela, go onto my page and put their names down in that healing book that I've put up today.
But in the meantime, can we ask the SPT viewers to also send healing to Pat Garvey also?
Yes, please, can we send as much healing to Pat as possibly? Oh, bless. Can we also have some healing from Natalie Bennett's mum, who's currently in hospital, very unwell? Guys, we've got a lot of healing to send out. All you have to do is send a thought, send up a thought. All right, that's all you need to do.
And hello, Jenny Torres again. Just for yourself and for people just join us who've never been on the channel before, if you want a reading, guys, we can't just say, have you got anything for me, or is there anything behind me, or is this person with me? The only way to get a reading is to ask a question of a spiritual nature. So it could be about your spiritual journey, it could be about mediumship, healing, Reiki, understanding about development, anything like that. We'll then answer that question to best of our ability and then give the reading. That's the only way to get a reading tonight. Hello, Busy Bee.
There's a question there. If you have an out-of-body experience, do you see your family? How are in heaven? Who are in heaven, and how do they help until they come back? I didn't read that very well at all. I am so sorry, Busy Bee. I got myself in a right. Tis was. I'll read that again. If you have an out-of-body experience, do you see your family that are in heaven, and do they help you until you come back into your body? Well, Mr. Grogan.
So with out-of-body experience, there is mixed sort of research, but basically, obviously, people describe coming out of the body on operating theatres, looking down. When they go to the light, they describe seeing the light. They might hear voices of their loved ones telling them to go back, but generally describe seeing the light and returning. So in regards to your question, if you have a body, do you see your family? Not generally, because you don't actually go to the light in order to meet with your family. You don't get to that point. It's generally the people talk about going down the tunnel, seeing the light, and then told to return back, that it's not yet your time. You might hear from a family member, but generally it's somebody else in heaven, in the spirit world, but whichever your belief system is. And basically what then happens is you then re-see yourself either on the operating theatre or whatever, and then you go back into your body, and that's when people have sometimes been down as long as half an hour, even an hour, where they've been deemed as not alive. So yeah.
I couldn't have said it better. I mean, I don't personally know anybody that's had an out-of-body experience like that, where they've gone up and they've seen the light. But there are so many stories out there saying the same thing. So, to me, there's got to be some truth in there somewhere. And yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, they're not going to go that far per se. I heard my mum say,
if that's what you felt, obviously I can only gauge it on what other people have said. have their experiences. I've not had an out-of-body experience. If that is your experience, you felt it was your mum, then that's who it must have been.
Actually, I have heard stories where people have been heard go back. It's not your time, and those are quite often sentences that have been heard. But it's only you that can pull yourself back. Your family don't need to do that. Sometimes they will kind of encourage you to go back, but at the end of the day, as I understand it, again, it's only my opinion, that yes, they can tell you, but equally it is down to you. That's what I feel, because it's you that's connected with your body, and it's you. There's that full connection is all about you. It's not about anyone else. So it's rather like which way do I go with the sat nav? You know, you you've got the steering wheel, so the sat nav can tell you, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, I was just about to say I did say that you will hear them, but you don't see them. If you reverse it back, the recording, you'll on the live, you'll see that's what we said. So, but it's going with what you believe. So if you believe it was mum, then that's who it was.
I absolutely agree, because nobody will know better than you, darling. It's a bit like brand new mums, and mums full stop. Mums know best. Right, okay, my darling, I have got a couple of cards for you here. Okay, I feel like you've got some anxiety around you at the minute, and I feel like you're worrying. I feel like you need to be kind of, I need to hold you back, ground you a little bit, so you can take a deep breath and just get you out into nature somewhere, just to ground you and allow you to just breathe a bit more, because it feels like that anxiety is building there. I don't know what it is at the moment that's bothering you. I do feel like your mind is like it's fireworks going off inside, quite frankly. You don't know which way they're going. So this is why they kind of want to put you outside and allow you to just connect back with nature. Mother Nature is fabulous at bringing us back to ourselves, back to, you know, just so we're able to breathe again when our mind sometimes takes control. So I want to say, leading on from that, there is this gorgeous card called Solitude. Now, it sounds a bit like it's a rough card, a bit of a grumpy card, because it means, you know, being alone. But actually, some of the best time out you can have, some of the best time you can have is in solitude, because it gives you time to think. It gives you time to know what you want. It gives you time to remember who you are. It gives you time to hear spirit. And so it feels, I mean, it says here a beautiful line: think about being alone as all that you are all one and in total harmony with everything else. It doesn't necessarily mean lonely. It just means on your own. Now, when you are on your own, just, I don't know whether you can, it's time to sort of treat yourself. We're sort of relaxing in the bath, or whether it's sort of laying on the bed, getting a bit more sleep, or just having a rest, or just having some time just to sit and allow yourself to breathe, literally, because quite often we carry a lot of stress and stuff inside our bodies, and we don't realise until we actually stop how exhausted our bodies are. You know, you don't realise your shoulders are up by your ears, and until you actually go, and you think, oh goodness me, my shoulders are killing me. That's because you've been running around all day like this, full of stress. So it is about just getting out, having something for you, because there's stuff going on that you can't control right now. Excuse me, if you'd understand that. And I want to say, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it, because Justice card is coming up. And that Justice card, to me, what that means to me is that means that you've got to just trust that it's all going to work out fairly. And that's really what anyone ever wants, isn't it? It's just for it to be fair. All right. So I want to say to you, darling, just get yourself outside, get yourself having that time out, decide what it is you want, decide what it is you feel, and just look after yourself a little bit better. All right, darling, I hope that was okay for you.
Thank you for that, Busy Bee. Any more hellos, please, Miss Producer? Hello, Janice Pultney.
Hello, Janice.
Hello, Samadhi Sandy.
Thank you, my darling. That's very kind of you, said that about that. To be fair, it's getting so long, all the curls is coming out of it now, so bit of a hippie really, aren't I?
Hello, Jade Fleming.
Hello, Jade. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Flo Pat, hello, hello.
Hello, Pat. Hello, Laura Grant from Canada.
Oh, good afternoon to you. Paula, hello to you.
Hi, Paula.
Some cracking hairdos
Hello,
coming
Dawn
up
Taylor.
here. Hi, Dawn. Okay. Hello, WD. Ah.
So, question, how can we keep focused on our mediumship development when going through a very difficult period in life? I'm even finding my sitting in the power meditation difficult at the moment. Thank you. Okay, so we all go through lots in our lives, and it's about prioritizing. And, you know, I'll say the same for myself or to the students that we teach, is basically it's about prioritizing what's important. Your mediumship will always be there, and your development will always be there, but the situation might not always be. So the priority for me, this is my personal opinion, is that is what needs to be dealt with first, and then to go back to your meditation. Now, if I give you an example, many years ago, I was going through a life event. And basically, I thought, oh, Spirit have gone, they've left me. They hadn't left me. All they've done is they've drawn back a little bit so I could have the time to deal with whatever needed to be dealt with. And then basically, as soon as I dealt with that, they stepped back forward and say, right, now it's time. And they put me back on the path to do my development. If there is lots going on, then Spirit are going to want you to deal with that and understand and appreciate the focus on that. Your mind, for sitting in the power, for any meditation, any sort of attunement process, anything like that is going to be difficult because your head is elsewhere, and quite rightly so. So that's my personal view. What about you?
For me, several things there, a couple of things. Have you ever heard of the saying, healer, heal thyself? Well, I want to say medium, heal thyself. And basically, that's because I believe everybody is a healer, everybody is a medium. Some of us are remembered and some of us have forgotten and need to relearn it. That's cool. But what I want to say, we're going on from that, is that you are the most important thing to Spirit. You are. Not your mediumship, you. Now, until you are well, mind, body and spirit, and when I mean well, sometimes stress can make us unwell. It can make us feel like things are too much. And it is important you are feeling at your best, or certainly a lot better than having an awful lot of stuff going on. If it's too much and you're having a trouble stopping, just stop it. Sit back, go and do something nice for yourself. Whatever that means, going for a lovely walk, getting an early night, again, soaking in a bath, reading a lovely book, whatever it is, sitting in the power, meditation, all that sort of stuff. If it's not working, don't do it. Just have some time out. All right. As Matt said, it will be here again. I also believe that you also have chosen various different things that are going to come into your life. Obstacles, challenges, lessons, life lessons, whatever you want to call them. Okay. They will come into your life that you've already asked for. So sometimes they're too big for us to deal with or think about other things. So whether that's your health or in your life, it doesn't matter. It just means that you need to prioritize, as Matt said in that part, and deal with that first. And then the mediumship and the meditation and all the rest of it will come back naturally. Because the worst thing you can do is try. Keep trying to the point where you're actually forcing it, because you're effectively closing that tube so Spirit can't get in anyway. So take time out, enjoy your time for Rebecca, if it's you that we're talking about here. and just have a relax, and before you know it, they'll be back.
Okay. So, Rebecca, if you can just give us a yes that you're still here, please, because then we can go on to your reading. If not, we're going to have to move on, I'm afraid.
Okay, so Mr. Producer, I tell you, if you could hear,
Okay.
she's still here.
With yourself, Rebecca, have a grandmother here. I feel like I'm going on mum's side of the family. I don't see any resemblance, although she keeps taking me to the eyes, but I don't see any resemblance facially. But I feel quite a strong lady. I feel quite forthright. I feel like I would have spoken my mind. I've been a very strong lady. I come in and I want to say you come from very strong, independent ladies who speak their mind and speak their truths. And very much at the moment, you haven't been speaking your truth as much as you should do. With her, I feel that I am struggling for my breath. I have pain in my chest. I feel probably about 5'2" in height. I feel a bit cuddly to the frame. I also feel with her that basically I want to do this with my finger. I would have been very much a wag of the finger. I would have also give you the look with the eye and all of that type of thing. I also feel with her is cleanliness was really, really important. The house had to be spotless, and certainly I want to do this with sort of like dust and all of that. I would have been sort of very picky and attention to detail. But she's saying, so are you, your attention to detail. Now, you gave all of those different things like sitting in the power and all of that type of thing, but certain times we need to prioritize as to what is important and what's not. And at the moment, the main priority is Rebecca, is you. And it's almost like I need to say to you, you've forgotten who Rebecca is, and I need to remind you of who you are. It's almost like taking a step back to go a step forward, and just to get to know you, what makes you happy, what makes you laugh, and all of those type of things. I also want to say I'm feeling sort of like quite sort of not dizzy, but sort of quite drained, and find it very difficult to focus, feeling very, very tired. I don't feel like I'm sleeping properly, is the sort of impression she's giving to me. And it also keep smelling, really, all I can describe, I keep smelling mint. I keep smelling mint. And I keep getting polo mints in particular. So I don't know if she used to have mints or whatever, or if that resonates with you. But I keep smelling mints quite on there. The message is what I said, to concentrate on yourself. But I also need to give you something that came through today. Newton's cradle, you know, with the balls that sort of knock onto one another. And to me, if you don't understand that as evidence, I need to give you symbolically, which is just for every step I take, is I keep hearing the song by the Police. Can you listen to that song? Every breath I take, it is. And I just want you to listen to the words to that song, because I feel it's important for you just to take a breath, but also to take everything in your stride, and to value you, because she would have very much valued people. She liked things done properly, but she was also a person who was kind, caring, and understanding, and valued everybody individually for who they were. And if I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
Oh, bless you, Rebecca. Great question. Great question. Okie dokie. Mr. P, you stopped singing now.
Hello, Richard Taylor.
Hello, Richard Taylor. All we could hear was Richard singing in our ear hole. Thank you, Mr. P. Diane Daines, good evening to you.
Hello, Caroline Mason Brooks.
Thank you so much for sharing, Caroline.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, Angela Aventra. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Jafon O'Rourke.
Hello, Siobhan. Nice
Good.
to see you. We've had your haircut. Oh, that looks nice.
Hello, Mick Hayward.
Nick Hayward, good evening.
So, for yourselves, if you're wanting a reading, you have to put a question to us of a spiritual nature, something to do with your spirituality, something to do with mediumship, healing, sort of Reiki, your own development, anything like that. We'll answer that to the best of our ability and then give the personal reading. That's the only way to get a reading tonight. So all those people saying hi, anything from me, unfortunately won't get a reading. So bear that in mind, guys. Hello, A Banshee.
Hello to you. Was that coffee and a croissant, I see?
Hello,
Hi,
Nick Brown.
Brown. Hello. What old Chief Richard?
So
He's
Nick,
Mr. Singer tonight.
Nick also is one of our presenters, was on this morning with the lovely Dawn as well. So check out their show, which is 11 o'clock on a Monday morning in the UK. Okay, so our next question is Rachel G. Palmer. She says, do you find there is a difference in Usui Reiki versus Tibetan Fire Serpent Reiki? I do, but which do you prefer to work with and why? Okay, so I've never used Tibetan Fire Serpent Reiki. That is the first thing I'm going to say. I've used Usui Reiki. I'm a Usui Reiki master. But to me, it all comes from the same source. It all comes from the universal power, comes from the same sort of energy. And it's having that belief. And if you project that power, that energy source, whatever that energy source you believe to be, whether it's Reiki healing, whether it's, thank you for that, Rebecca, whether it's spiritual healing, anything, it's tapping into the force and how you use the force. To me, you know, there are so many different names of different types of Reiki, you know, Kundalini and all of these type of things, but it comes from one source. This is my personal belief, and what I need to say to you is that channeling of that energy, that sort of ensuring that you're just an intermediary for allowing that source of energy to go to where it's needed, that you're just a conduit basically to allow that energy to go to wherever it's needed. So in answer to your question, do you find there's a difference? To me, no. You?
Yeah, well, I would like to answer that, but not on kind of that level. I'm only a beginner when it comes to Reiki. I'm an angelic Reiki master, but for Usui Reiki, I am still only learning. So I'm way down the bottom as a beginner. So I am not really able, and I certainly haven't done Tibetan Fire Serpent Reiki. Sounds fabulous, I might add, but I haven't done that. So for me, I don't know about the differences between Reiki, and I won't profess that I do because I don't, but I would like to just kind of twist that a little bit in case anybody was interested in a different way, the difference between spiritual healing and Reiki. Now, to me, they feel different. I used to, before I learned how to do Reiki, I used to think, no, it can't be any different. No, it doesn't feel any different. No. Actually, it does. The Spirit showed me. They showed me the way it comes through is different. The way it feels is different. They even showed me as a different colour. It's not that it is the same love, but it just comes a different channel. To me, it's kind of like travelling on a motorway. You're getting lots of different routes, all going to the same destination. You've got the healing coming from a glorious source to the person to help the person feel well. That's kind of how I feel with that. So I hope that answers your question a little bit. Now, Rachel, I pulled you some cards, darling. Okay. Now, I want to say to you, it feels like there's been a few. You've had a fair few experiences in your life. Would you say that, to be fair? Now I want to say, okay, all right. Well, I'm going to keep reading for you, Rachel, because I'm hoping that you will respond, and I hope you are still there. As I said to you, as we've said earlier on, Rachel is one of the other presenter on the series. Now, so basically, Rachel, there's an experience that you've been having at the moment. It feels like you're finding it difficult to just get rid of. You know how you get these different scenarios that happen in our life, and then they give us all these marks on us, if you like, and or they give us scars or whatever. It's kind of there still, and I feel like I need to say to you, you've got to snip it away, take it away, allow it to go, allow it just to shed it, and you know, if you're not sure what's going on, ask your inner self to kind of shine a light on it. I know that makes because you can't help anyone else, you can only help yourself. So this is yeah, I want to say to you, sit in the just sit quietly and ask your body to show you, and then wherever it feels and what's going on, go into that and allow your body. You are here, darling. Excellent, thank you. So right, okay, thank you. So anyway, we sit in this energy. Okay, ask your body, ask spirit to draw closer, ask your body to help you find out what's going on, find out where it's coming out in your body, go into that part of your body and find out what's really going on. And that way you can let it heal and go, because then it'll stop holding you back, all right? Because it feels like there's some stuff that you're struggling to get shut off in your past, you can't quite put a sense to, all right? I need to say that to you. And within that, I want to say to you, go for your sanctuary, all right? Sometimes we need a time of healing, all right? And there will be people that come into our lives that help us heal. You know this as well as I do. You don't need me to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And I want to say there is going to be people coming into your life to help you heal, and they will be triggering things going on inside your memory, inside your mind, and they will be making you think, okay, I can relate to that. Why is that feeling a little bit uncomfortable? Whether that's somebody coming in or whether that's a feeling. The internet is so wonky. All right, my darling, that's that. If you just hang on, it'll come back, hopefully. I want to say to you, allow these people and these situations to heal you, but enjoy the sanctuary of you as well. You know, whatever it is that you know makes you feel nice. Take yourself away from people, learn from what is going on. Because I want to say to you, there's an element of you holding yourself back. You've got fabulous opportunities coming your way, and I want you to be ready with open heart and open arms to enjoy them. But you must heal whatever it is that's coming up the back and holding you back. Hopefully, when you listen back to it, it'll be less wonky.
So thank you for that, Rachel. And yes, interesting. Different types of Reiki on there. I know when I did my Su, when I did some Tibetan symbols, so like the master symbol and that, which is obviously additional symbols, but haven't heard of the fire serpent form of Reiki. So interesting. So hello, Ross Howarth.
Hello, Ross. Good evening. Hello, Madonna Valeni.
Hello, Madonna. Hello, Shalina Richardson.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Linda Brown.
Hello, Linda Brown. Hi, Karen White. Oh,
Hi,
wow.
Karen.
Is that you meeting Mr. McIntyre? Sorry. I love him too, girl.
Well, Addison A.G. Mercy.
Good evening to you, and good evening to Sarah Galdridge.
Hello, Sarah Galdridge.
Hello, Danielle Whitehead.
Hello, Gina Coluzzo Capola. Hello, Angela Martina.
Hi, Elizabeth Jones.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Gail Reid.
Hi, Gail. Hello, Kendra Hawkins.
Hi, Kendra. Beautiful babies. Hello, Christine Palmer.
Hi, Christine.
Okay. Okay, so Steve Danley. Hi, guys. I believe I opened my chakras the other day. I felt a rush from my waist all the way up to my head and back down. It was the best feeling Emma, okay, that's interesting. Well, there are a couple of things that could be there. The rush, well, maybe you're getting more and more sensitive as you open your chakras, because the rush, that could be, there's something called the Kundalini energy. I can never say that. I always get is that. That's what he said. Yeah, there is that. It could be that. I can't say I'm fully knowledgeable on that. I'm going to hold my hands up on that. I don't know. But for me, on I'm sure Nivs has got a thing or two to say about that. But for me, opening your chakras sometimes can feel a bit of rush if we're sensitive, if we are more practiced in doing it. We can often feel it happening, and also if you're in a mood, in a better mood yourself, it can make you better. I know that sounds a really strange thing to say, but if you've got the world of the weight on your shoulders, or you've had a grumpy day or a row with your other half or whatever, and you go, well, I'm opening my chakras or whatever, it's not the same as sitting in the energy and allowing those chakras to open. So to me, our natural disposition is to have our chakras open, but sadly, because a lot of negativity in the world, we can't do that. So it is the best feeling ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, so one of the things that happens when you have an awakening is at the base of your spine is the Kundalini. So the Kundalini, if you think of when you have the medical, is it a Christic oath, I think it's called, for medicines, you see like the snake that goes round, like it's at the base of the spine, and basically when you're awakened, that Kundalini, it's almost like a huge euphoria sort of feeling. However, if it's not controlled, the Kundalini can lead to sort of like mad rush, but also sort of mental health. So it's important that you're opening and closing and going through the right processes. So if you're not aware of how to do that, then you need to find a circle in order to practice that properly, because it can be a bit too much if it's not managed in the right way. But yes, that's what it sounds like. If you also awaken as your Kundalini open, it does awaken all of the chakras. Your energy points is that sort of like buzz on there. So that was that. So with yourself, Steve, I'm very much if you can just confirm that you're still here, please, is first. But I'm very much aware of a grandfather figure who comes with you. I'm drawn very much to your eyes, but I don't have any facial hair. I'm clean shaven. I'm probably about 5'7", quite slim to the frame. I have sort of whitey sort of peppered hair. I feel sort of, I've got light blue eyes. I feel quite an amenable gentleman. I feel like I want to use my hands, and I just want to basically get to know things and know how things work. I'm intrigued by how things work and how things are, and I soak up knowledge. But he's making me feel that is the same with you, of soaking up that knowledge and that thirst for knowledge at the moment. So what I need to say to you is find the right teachers, but also acknowledge, because you're very much aware of this, what is rubbish and what's not. So if it resonates with you, put in the computer. If it doesn't, in one ear and out the other. Don't listen to the people who you don't connect with, because it's almost, there's been this sort of like soul searching with yourself, sort of like, I want to go in this camp, no, I don't fit in there, I want to go in, and it's almost like I don't feel like I fit in anywhere, and there's been that feeling, and it's almost like you're now coming to the point of where you finally feeling that things are starting to fit together and starting to make sense to you. So from this gentleman, who I feel like is a grandfather or father's side of the family, I just need to say to you is that be true to you, but also believe in you, and also your intuition, your gut feelings. If it feels right, go with it. If it doesn't, don't. And that's the message for yourself. And if I can leave that with you, and thank you for your question.
Yes, and just take it easy, Steve. At the end of the day, that it's not a race; it is a journey. Okie dokie, Mr. B. Oh, advert time. Okay. So we got some adverts coming up. We will still be here the other side of them. So watch on and we'll see you soon.
See you in a moment.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting our annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives through spiritual acts of kindness. Candidates can register and put themselves forward to be acknowledged. Viewers can also nominate who they feel should be recognized for an achievement. Exclusively broadcasted live on SPTV, with 100% of the public votes being announced on Saturday the 27th of May from 7:30 p.m. For more information please visit awards.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together. My Spiritual Designs, ethical creativity for spiritual people. myspiritualdesigns.com. A new service offering graphic and website designs, along with video animations for those who serve spirit in their own way. We can create promotional videos with voiceovers and music, and custom-made apps. There are no monthly or yearly fees. No off-the-shelf solutions, all personalized to match your own unique vision. Our website deals offer your very own online events, service booking system which accepts PayPal and Stripe payments, a contact form, gallery, and video player. Our website deals starts from as little as £150 up to only £210. For more details, please visit myspiritualdesigns.com. On Tuesday afternoon from 1 p.m, Wendy Lindsay offers free spiritual readings and guidance using her crystal ball.
Hello. Did you miss us? You're too busy watching all those lovely adverts. I'm sorry, Mr. P. What did you just say about? Okay, so the advert said that Wendy was on at a different time. She's on at 8 o'clock, not at 1 o'clock. Okay, so that's 8 o'clock, not at 1 o'clock. So it's an evening at 8 o'clock.
UK time.
I was just about to say that. Oh, he's so bossy.
Teamwork.
No, bossiness. Anyway, Mr. P, how are we doing?
Okay, so any hellos? Hello, Rhonda Drever.
Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Emily Tran.
Hello, Emily. Hello, Alexa Ann.
Hello, Alexa. When somebody calls you, have you got an Alexa as well? Does your Alexa get all confused?
Hello, Ronnie Bigwood.
Oh dear,
Hello,
my
Tracy
Alexa's a
Boyett.
pest anyway. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Oh, there's a song, isn't there? I bet you get sung that song all the time, don't you?
Beast.
Hello, Paul. Beastle. Good evening. Hello, Rach E.
Hello, Richie.
Okay, Jessica Wynn. I can resonate with a lot of her readings. So I was just wondering if Spirit does that. Yes, my darling, Spirit does do that. Spirit are immensely intelligent. There's an infinite intelligence, like we can't even comprehend. And that's not knocking everybody's intelligence whatsoever. It's just saying this is how huge and how intelligent Spirit is. Now, what they will do, I mean, often if you go to somewhere like a demonstration or a church or something like that, where they will be demonstrating their gifts, and you sit in the audience, they will, you'll often be able to pull lots of bits out of that reading for you, or you even can take most of that reading yourself. but the medium still believes they are with that person. Now, that's not the medium being wrong. What that is spirit being really clever, because they can't get to everybody all at once. So they will grab every way they possibly can and kind of get the medium to say things in a way so other people can take them. Sometimes what they do with me is they give me a double link, but they make me work the double link at once. Now, I literally, this is amazing. This is how amazing they are. I literally can say the same things to two people. Literally, you'd understand this, you'd understand that, you understand, I've got to give you this, I've got to give you that day. And they're both going, yes, 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 because spirit are so amazing and they just want to kill two birds with one stone. That's horrible saying. They want to grab their opportunities twice, shall we say, in the one hit. So, yes.
Exactly that. There's no way I can say that. Exactly that. So the idea being is that spirit want to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to have a reading, rather than just one or two. So it just shows the infinite intelligence of the spirit world.
Is it my turn or yours?
Sure.
Oh, it's mine. Okay. Okay, Jessica, I'm just going to pull you a card or two. Oh, okay. Right. So now this card I've just pulled up is that it talks about new beginnings. This talks about a time for you to flourish. It talks about a time for you to shine your own light now. It talks about you to regain your power. Okay, can you see that? It's quite a dark card, that one. There we go. Pull it back a little bit there. This talks about regaining your power. It has got this most glorious dragon on top of it, and it's actually the dragon's not, I beg your pardon, the dragon is sitting beside the lady that's laying down. Now, I know that you are a very a lady that has huge emotions, and she's very in touch with her emotions, and I know sometimes those emotions can weigh you down a little bit. I mean, so there'll be some days when everybody, you feel like you can pick up on everybody's energy, and you know, you will literally go from one place to another. I know that you are also a very spiritual lady, and you've got an awful lot of gifts. I do want to say to you, be aware of the moon and where it is. I say this a lot to people because a lot of spiritual people are connected to the moon via their emotions. And it's be aware of it's waxing and waning, and write down how you feel. Sometimes you will notice there's a pattern where you will feel more emotional at certain times. So then you can anticipate for the future what you're going to be like. More sensitive. So do I make decisions? Probably not when I'm quite so sensitive, and so on. I also want to say to you that I've got to say this. You know, the angelic realm, they would like to work with you if you don't work with the angelic realm at the moment, because I know that you've got number 11 come up here. I also know that this is a brand new start. It feels like, okay, they're really clever. I try to tell others how powerful they are, and they just get like I'm crazy. So I'll just start showing on your video. Do you know what, my darling? You stand your ground. You stand your power. Somebody has to be the first one. Somebody has to be the first one, all right? And I know you have to start your own journey yourself. Now, you've just put up there, your mum, does your mum have any messages? Now, the way it's worked out, you've come through to me and not him. He's the one, I don't know if he's connecting in or not, but he does the mediumship. He talks to your loved ones today. I'm just doing the cards. I'm picking up from the cards. I want to say to you, you can do this yourself. You could, if you're not sitting on a circle or a development group, go and join one, because you have the ability to connect and do this yourself. And within a circle, and a safe circle, when I say safe, I mean with a reputable medium, a medium that knows what they're doing with plenty of experience, whether that's via your local churches or by recommendation, just sit in that circle, and people will bring through messages for your mum, from your mum. And I do want to say your mum will probably want to jump in every variable opportunity. So yeah, time for you to just get rid of all that rubbish that's holding you back and go shine your light and start this wonderful, wonderful new life that is beckoning you, new start, brand new start. So get rid of those emotions and be kind to yourself when they are too burdening, and because the next day you probably find they won't be as heavy.
Yeah, I'm going to add to that, because obviously I'm not going to do a reading because it was Kirsty's, is just to say to keep finding loads of feathers at the moment, and basically they're from Mum.
It says, no one understands. I'm not angry. I'm just trying to heal and understand. Do you know what, darling? Sometimes nobody does understand. But that's because you're probably not talking to the right people. I know for myself, I love my family. Even though, there's a typical family. Not everyone's talking to everyone, that kind of stuff. But I'm the only one within my family, certainly my immediate family. So you've got to stand your ground. Go and find your tribe. Go and find the right people to talk to. Then listen to what sings in your heart. Don't allow others that don't get you to pull you down. All right? Because that's not healing. That's just going out for a battering again and again. You don't need to be battered. So just say, okay, that's your journey. That's your fine. You're going along your journey. I'm going to go along mine. All right? So don't keep putting yourself in that situation. Go out and meet like-minded people. Go out and just learn to sing from your heart.
Okay, so thank you for that, Jessica. All the best. Okay, any more hellos, please, Mr. Producer? Hello, Sharon Jetty.
Hello, Sharon. Hello, Mary Heaven.
Hello, Mary. Hello, Rachel Thompson.
Hello, Rachel. Evening to you. Hi, Kate Carlton.
Hello, Kate.
Hello, Lorraine Morris.
Hi, Lorraine. Hello, Rose Ford.
Hello, hello. Hello, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Nice to see you.
Jackie Lewis says, if you are an empath, what extra precautions can you take before giving Reiki healing to safeguard yourself from picking up your client's aches and pains? Well, from me, it's basically put in the intention out. Everything works on intention, whether it's mediumship, whether it's healing, whether it's Reiki, it's your belief. Because if you don't believe it, no matter what you say, whatever name you put to it, it ain't going to work. So it's having that belief, that intention that you are protected on there. With the fact that you're an empath, put that protection around and ask that when you're working in whichever form that is, that you are protected and basically you don't want to feel those pains. If you put the intention to not feel those pains, then you won't, but be aware as an empath, you will still feel them, but to a lesser degree.
Yeah, more or less what Matt said, but I would say to you, ask them to take it away. All right. Say, okay, I've acknowledged that. If that's not mine, please take it away. And they do. All right. You just have to believe that they do. Sometimes within healing, I don't necessarily, and I am very generalized here, and I am depending on different sorts of types of healing and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes spirit are telling you that for a reason, i.e. whether it's to focus on that, whether it's to move your hands around that. Again, it depends on different healing boards and different types of healing. But know that it can be taken away if all you have to do is just say, okay, ask. Simple as that.
Okay, thank you for that, Jackie. So, Jackie, I'm very much aware of a motherly vibration, and the lady that I've got, I want to say you resemble fully in facial features. I want to say very slim to the frame like yourself. I don't know how tall you are, but I feel with this lady about 5'4" in height. I feel quite slim. I want to say is a lady. I don't feel particularly old when I've passed. I also want to say with her that, excuse me, I have pains in the chest area, but I feel very, very exhausted. I feel that I was ready to go at the time. The fight had gone out of me, and I wasn't ready to continue. I feel that when I hear Lich, I'll go into the room, I command the room, not because I'm egotistical, but just basically because I'm a lady. I'm very much revered. I'm sort of respected by people because, you know, this is my belief now, is what you give, you get back. And she very much gave, and sometimes at the detriment of herself. I also feel with her that basically she was spiritual in her own way. Now, just before you say yes or no, for me, my definition of spiritual is kind, caring, loving, and understanding. And she was all of those things. I also want to say with her, my sort of shoulders and my neck, she's taken me to, but I feel this is sometimes that you feel in your shoulders, in your neck, that there's pains there, as well as in your lower back. She's also taken me to sort of, there's been a lot going on inside my head, and she's sort of like trying to focus and concentrate on things has been very difficult, but it's almost like I need to take a step back just to sort of jot things down, to make note of things. Not that there's any sort of worries or anything, it's just that just to keep notes of remembering things, to keep forgetting things, and this is to do with yourself. The message for you is to be kind to Jackie, and to be kind and understanding as to what she needs at the moment, and understanding that basically everyone needs a break, and at the moment this is your break that's needed. If I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
Oh, I'm pleased you know who it is, Jackie. All right, you're nicking my drink.
Oh,
Jakey.
Taking it and
Jakey. Mr. P, you are full of the cheek today. You
so
really
thank
are.
you for that, Jackie.
Yes, thank you, Jackie. Oh, Mr. Professional. Right,
No,
hello,
Susan
Susan
Cooper.
Cooper. Hi, Krish. It's
Hi,
been a
Krish.
while. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well.
Hello, Helen Davies from Bristol.
Hello, Helen Davies. Lovely Bristol. Hello, Sandra Evans.
Hello, Sandra.
Hello to you.
Hello, Karen Kelly from lovely Canada.
Oh, hello, Karen. Hi, Diane Wilson.
Hello, Dan Wilson.
Oh,
and hello, Rebecca Huntington.
Okay. Hi, Matt Kirsty. Do spirits stay the same age as when they pass? I lost my daughter, 24 weeks pregnant, and she would be 60 now. Oh, my darling, she would have definitely have grown up. I want to say, it makes my heart sing that they do grow up. They absolutely do. They continue to grow, but it's also quite sad in a way. Obviously because you can't see it, but yes, they do grow. So it's about, for me, it's about seeing the bigger picture. Yes, they do grow, but there is a thing that you have to remember. You know, you said your daughter would be 16 now. She's possibly not going to come to you as a 16-year-old girl because you didn't know her as a 16-year-old. You only know a kind of spirit as a 16-year-old, so it couldn't be used as evidence. So, you know, there would be, if a medium comes through, and they would always say, I've had a daughter that wouldn't have gone full term or words of that effect to you, but because they wouldn't normally say that she's that grown up. But yes, trust me, they do. I believe they have lots of people to look after them. I believe if loved ones can look after them to help them grow up, they do. If there's nobody there, then there are certain people that look after them as well. So yes, please don't ever worry that your baby is not anything other than totally loved, because I know she will be from here and up there.
Okay, so there's various sort of beliefs around this. So for a child that goes before full term, it continues to grow. The belief is that it grows to roughly about the age of 25. Why it's 25, I don't know, but that's sort of the same as the sort of age that goes to, and then it stops growing. And that basically, so if it would have been 16, it would be a 16-year-old now in spirit. The important thing is it doesn't matter if they grow up and continue to grow up to what age they eventually go up to. What's important is that, you know, that's your child and you're still mum. And, you know, whether the child is miscarried, where it goes full term, where it's, you know, it's prem, whatever the situation is with anybody, your child still sees you as mum, and it will still come around you. Now, there'll be times that on the back of your neck, I'm just going to say this because it's Kirsty's reading, the back of your neck, you'll just get that feeling like little flickers on the back of your neck, and that is the child that comes around you. But
yeah, I also want to say, actually, there's something else that just sort of popped into my head, and I suspect it might be spirit, that bearing in mind there is no time over there like we know time. The age generally is for our purpose. All right, so a spirit is a spirit, and I believe is measured in their kind of development. Whether that's a numerical thing like our age, I'm not 100% sure, if I'm completely honest. I believe that they do grow, absolutely they grow, and as you're down here looking at them, if you like, she would be 16. But whether that's the case as she's over there, I don't know. Because I don't know if when I go over there, if I'd be any younger or any older. Because if you think about it, I mean, let's be honest, we get some people that are very mature for their age, so they could be older spirits, and some people that are maybe not quite so mature for their age, and they're like really old. So again, it's quite an intricate and very interesting question. It's about what you trust, darling, and what you believe in yourself. All right. Okay, I'm going to quickly do a couple of cards. Rebecca, I do hope you're there. Can you just give me the nod up and say that you are there, please? Say woo if you are there, please. That would be marvellous. But nonetheless, a very interesting question. And I might add, very complex when you start pulling it about. So, very, very close. Okay. Right, okay, so I want to, I'm going to very quickly give you a card, Rebecca. I haven't heard back from you as yet. I know there might be a bit of a time lag here, but I'm going to quickly give you a card. Okay, I want to say life's a bit difficult at the minute. It's a bit tricky at the minute. There's all sorts of stuff that are coming around you. I want to say to you, accept what has gone on, but know that the minute you accept it, it becomes the past. Again, we're talking about time. You know, the minute you've accepted it, now the second I've just said, the reason why I'm saying that is because what I've just said is literally in the past. It may be the immediate past, but it's in the past. So it's time to start looking forward. Bring in that abundance. Bring in that wonderful, lovely stuff that's coming towards you. Keep focusing on that rather than the stuff that is behind you that's pulling you down. And you know, life brings challenges with us, and the trick is not to be totally hauled in by them, shall we say, and know there is a better world out there. We've just got to believe it, see it, feel it, know it, and it will come to us. But if you don't see it, then that's what you're, in my opinion, going to get more of. All right, so come together, ask others to help. All right, and don't be too proud. Yes, please, Mr. P. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So the next one is Madonna Valili. Is there a reason why my 3 daughters never come through when I have readings? Oh. Love and light, Madonna. Jessie anniversary now. Okay, so we've tackled this a few times, this type of question. Basically is when we're wanting 1, or in this case 3, particular people to come through, we're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves and putting the emphasis that we don't want anybody else to come through. So there's so much pressure on it. So the example we normally give is sort of like, if you imagine sort of like a straw from a famous takeaway sort of with the golden arches, a paper straw, and you suck it really hard and it goes all mushy at the end. You don't get the shape that comes up. If you just shook it, don't put a lot of effort in, the drink comes up. The same is with the message. So the message comes through on there if you don't put a lot of effort in. If you concentrate too hard, it closes up, which then blocks the message coming through.
I agree. But also, there's often the right medium for the right person, for the right spirit person, and that connects you all. There's also the right timing. It might be the right timing for you. I mean, some people can take sort of 20 years to come through because that person needs to heal, or because it's got nothing in a way to do with the spirit world. It's more to do with us and the timing. And when I say us, I mean the mediums as well as the as people like yourselves, where you're wanting the readings. Okay, generally speaking, in my opinion, it's not, mostly it's not to do with the spirit world. They love you, they're around you, and they want you to heal. And I can't even begin to imagine the trauma that you have gone through, losing 3 daughters. I cannot. I am so sorry for your loss. It must be horrendous for you, and I can't even begin to imagine that you know, even healing from that on any level. So I am an empath and a medium. Oh, bless you. Well, there, you know all about that then, darling, don't you?
Okay, so Madonna, all I'm getting, I know you said it's the anniversary today, I'm not getting that. The date I'm taking to is the 31st of March for an anniversary. So I have to give you the date as I hear it. I also have just one individual, and I want to say exactly the same features, but like a mini-me, and sort of the dark hair, very distinctive, exactly the same sort of features. And I want to say that I keep wanting to do this with my nose. And it's almost like I'm doing this with my nose. And I feel that you get that quite a lot. And it's almost like I want to be really silly and really crazy and sort of just wind you up, and you keep doing this with your nose. And I just want to say this child that's Sarah, okay, comes around you a lot. I also want to keep seeing, what is it? It's like a wooden train with like a red roof. So it's probably about so big. So it's not like a small train. It's like one of these that you put on like the shelf. So it's about the size of 2 Oracle card boxes put together side by side. So it'd be sort of that sort of size, to give you an idea. So I have that with like a red part to it. I also want to say to you that you're feeling that your hands keep moving, but this isn't a result of the child. It's just when you're working at the moment, your hands keep moving and fluttering. So I don't know if you're doing physical type work or you see that physical energy sort of coming in, but when you're working, it's almost like your hands are moving, is how the child's making me feel. I need to give you rosary beads also. I've been shown memories of mine. So the ones I had as a child were like sky blue. So I don't know if they're just showing me my memories, but I need to give you rosary beads. And I need to give you, I need to tell you that a month before I was told I had my son and rainbow child, Michael, his sister. Okay, I can only talk about this one child. I can't say I've got any, I wouldn't do that. I would never say I have other people and I don't. I need to give you the Virgin Mary, but I want to refer to it as Madonna, not as, I know your name's Madonna, but as in there. And it would have been in the center of the town. It's not inside a church, it's in the center of a town, like the Virgin Mary is where I'm being shown. And I just need to say to you, around it, it would be quite hilly, the location of where it is. For you, the message is, sometimes it's difficult to understand the reasons why, but sometimes we're just not to ask why. We just need to know the answer, so that we can then come to terms with ourselves and our own understanding for ourselves. So in other words, it's not about asking loads and loads of questions all the time. It's just about us coming to terms with what's happened, processing that, and then taking the next step on our own individual journey. And if I can leave that with you, thank you for working with me.
And I want to just say, Madonna, at the end of the day, just because you're a medium, my darling, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're able to pick up on your, give yourself readings. The painting of Madonna and Child, I was named after, but oh my God, Dad, oh, that's lovely, darling. Yeah, mediums need messages too, don't they? And it's always nice to hear from another medium to give you that message, because then you're not getting your own mind in the way, thinking, is that wishful thinking? Is that me? Do I want to is that me bringing that through, rather than, you know, is it my mind making it up rather than spirit? So yeah, I want to say thank you for your question, Madonna, and I do hope that that's helped you some way. That was lovely, dear. Well done. Okay, so it looks like we have run out of time, Mr. Grogan.
So thank you very much for tonight. It's been lovely to have you all and to be back, as unfortunately with being ill, we weren't able to be here last week. If I can ask for healing for myself, I don't normally ask, but if I can ask for healing for myself and also for Kirsty. And we look forward to being back next Monday, 8 o'clock UK time. Please check the time differences wherever you are in the world.
And we look forward to seeing each and every one of you once again coming out. And in the meantime, please stay safe, look after yourself, and check out what else is on SPTV, because there's loads of various different shows of different people, different mediums, different chats, all sorts of stuff going on. So please do keep connected with SPTV. You take care of yourself now.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Take
week.
care.
See you next week.
Love.